Hi, this is Lou Green with Sharon Calvert and Eye on Tampa Bay. Sharon, you're the Eye on Tampa Bay person, so start talking.
Well, thanks a lot, Lou. And just once again, happy birthday, and we wish you many more.
Oh, well, I think I'm going to hang myself.
Oh, no, let's get through this first.
Oh, I feel like I got run over by a train.
Well, that's the topic of the day here in
Okay.
the Tampa Bay area. And so what we'd like to do today is educate you a little bit on Greenlight Pinellas and the tactics that they're using and some of the misinformation that they're actually providing.
You mean they're not telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Are you surprised?
So help them, Greenlight?
That's absolutely right. In fact, they're using your taxpayer money to put this disinformation out there. And one of the things that they have out there is they have a nice little gloss brochure, and in it they have their map of the picture of their plan, and they keep trying to insinuate that train that the 1 cent sales tax is supposedly to pay for is going to go across the bridge from Pinellas County to Hillsborough County, and you can get to the airport from Pinellas County on a train.
Is that the Howard Franklin Bridge right there?
That's the Howard Franklin Bridge right
And what
here.
does it say? It says proposed.
It says proposed in fine print.
Yes.
But if you're looking at the map, and they will even state when they're talking about Greenlight, that it's insinuated that it's going over the Howard Franklin, and it absolutely is not true. That sales tax referendum does not include at all anything about the Howard Franklin Bridge. That will have to be additional monies. The bridge would have to be rebuilt to put a light rail across.
Does the plan provide for maintenance and repair and all of the other issues that train systems encounter for the next 20 years?
Absolutely not. That's one of the things that's missing in the financial summary is 25 to 30 years down the road, light rail systems have to be totally replaced or rehabbed, and there's no money in that plan to do that.
So it's one of these things that says this is what we wish for, and we hope someday the money will show up. Trust us.
That's absolutely right. And in fact, the plan requires over 36% of the capital money to come to the federal government. Yet, I don't believe that they have the ridership. The ridership is lower than Hillsborough County, and I don't know that they could ever qualify for federal money. So who's going to pay for that train?
Well, one thing I understand is that politicians are temporary, but debt seems to be permanent.
That's right, and in this case, it's debt into perpetuity.
Yeah.
Because they will bond out future revenues, and the tax doesn't have an end date or sunshine. It doesn't end at any time. So it's really borrowing against the future generations of Pinellas County.
So that somebody living in Oldsmar or somebody that's living down near, let's say the beach in St. Pete Beach, along that area, they have no access to the proposed light rail.
No, they will be paying for it.
But they have access to the taxes that are required to pay for it.
They will be paying the tax.
They'll be getting that little knock on the door and saying, where's your money?
That's right. The train just goes from downtown St. Pete to downtown Clearwater, kind of like the train to nowhere. It doesn't go to the beaches, doesn't go to the northern part of the county. And it's 24 miles long. It will be one of the longest light rails. But it's going to take you an hour to do that. And with the accelerated road project over there, you're going to be able to do it in your car in 30 or 40 minutes.
Well, I would assume that the light rail will also have to stop at red lights.
Well, that's another thing, and I think there's over 40 intersections, crossings, and you got to remember these trains are running, all day or at periodic times, so those crossings could cause more congestion than what's there today.
Is this like the bus system that I saw recently where I passed 3 buses in Pinellas that were totally empty? And I thought to myself, gee, if you hate people and you don't want any social contact with anybody, get a job as a bus driver in Pinellas and drive the bus to nowhere with nobody on it.
Well, that's true. We do see the empty buses.
Why don't they put the buses where people live?
And they could do that at a fraction of the cost of a train.
No
and just
kidding.
think, an empty train's going to cost a lot more money than even those empty buses.
And they can't even adjust the route.
That's right. It's fixed guideway. It's there. And
Yeah.
once you take any federal money, you're stuck. Your hands are tied. You can't get out of it.
So I would just caution everybody to pay attention to this and pay attention to the fact that it's only a 1 cent increase in the sales tax. That's 14% more on everything that you purchase.
And in actuality, it's an over $100 million tax increase to the Pinellas residents and voters of Pinellas. So I hope that you get out and vote on November and you vote against Greenlight Pinellas. Otherwise, you who live in Pinellas will have the highest sales tax in the state.
Something to be proud of. Very good, Sharon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lou. Appreciate it. Happy birthday.
She's keeping an eye on Tampa Bay.